Ezekiel 29. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is short for Yahweh, Yahweh, Yod-He, Vav-He. There's no difference. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. Yah is an extremely jealous El. He doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And the letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. Ezekiel 29. In the 10th year, in the 10th month, on the 12th of the new moon, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Pharaoh, the sovereign of Mitzrayim, and prophesy against him and against Mitzrayim, all of it. Speak, and you shall say, Thus said the Master Yahweh, See, I am against you, O Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, O great monster who lies in the midst of his rivers, who has said, My river is my own, and I have made it for myself, and I shall put hooks in your jaws, and I shall make the fish of the fish of your rivers cling to your scales, and I shall bring you up out of the midst of your rivers, and all the fish in your rivers cling to your scales, and I shall lead you in the wilderness, you and all the fish of your rivers. On the face of the field you shall fall, and you shall not be picked up or gathered. I shall give you as food to the beasts of the field and to the birds of the heavens, and all the inhabitants of Mitzrayim shall know that I am Yahweh, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel when they grasped you with the hand. You broke and tore all their shoulders. When they leaned on you, you broke and made all their loins shake. Therefore, thus said the Master Yahweh, See, I am bringing a sword upon you, and shall cut off from you man and beast, and the land of Mitzrayim shall become a desert and a waste, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, because he said, The river is mine, and I have made it. Therefore, see, I am against you and against your rivers, and shall make the land of Mitzrayim an utter waste and a desert, from Migdol, M-I-G, with a line underneath of it, D-O-L, with a line on top of the G, not underneath of the G. From Migdol to Suena, S-E-W-E with a half a check mark, N-E with a half a check mark, H, as far as the border of Cush, K-U-S-H. No foot of man shall pass through it, nor foot of beast shall pass through it. Neither shall it be inhabited for 40 years, and I shall make the land of Mitzrayim a desert in the midst of the lands that are waste. And among the cities that are ruined, her cities shall be a waste 40 years, and I shall scatter the Mitzrites among the nations, and I shall disperse them throughout the lands. For thus said the Master Yahweh, At the end of 40 years I shall gather the Mitzrites from the peoples among whom they were scattered, and I shall turn back the captivity of Mitzrayim, and I shall bring them back to the land of Pathros, P-A-T-H-R-O-S, to the land of their birth, and they shall be a lowly reign, being the lowliest of reigns, and never again exalt itself above the nations. And I shall make them few so as not to rule over the nations, and no longer is it to be the refuge of the house of Israel, bringing to remembrance their crookedness, when they turn to follow them, and they shall know that I am the Master Yahweh. And it came to be in the 27th year, in the first month, on the first of the new moon, that the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, Nebuchadrezzar, sovereign of Babel, made his army to serve a great service against Sor, Tsor. Every head was made bald, and every shoulder worn bare, but he and his army received no reward from Sor for the service he served against it. Therefore, thus said the Master Yahweh, See, I am giving the land of Mitzrayim to Nebuchadrezzar, sovereign of Babel, and he shall take away her wealth, take her spoil, and remove her pillage, and it shall be a reward for his army. I have given him to the land of Mitzrayim as a reward for his labor, because they worked for me, declares the Master Yahweh. There it goes again, saying that the Babel was used to teach people a lesson. Declares the Master Yahweh, In that day I shall make the horn of the house of Israel to spring forth, while I open your mouth to speak with their midst, or in their midst, and they shall know that I am Yahweh.